This is a part of a webinar series that we do with Creekmore Realty Group and Retire to NC. So on our YouTube channel, which I'll share with you in a little bit, on our YouTube channel. Thank you, Carol. Good. Just want to make sure you can find that Q&A in case you, or the Q box, in case you have a question about anything that we're sharing. If you make your way onto our website, then you can, from the Retire to NC, then you can get onto our events tab, and you can see a bunch of webinars that we've done in the past about home equity line of conversion loans, lenders that we've worked with, homeowners insurance, and how to prepare for hurricanes, and long series of webinars that we will be doing throughout this year and the coming year that all answers the question how to plan and execute a successful retirement relocation to the state of North Carolina. That's really in just what it's about. Nancy, thanks for that question. Where can I build? That is a part of the webinar, and we will get to that. Just for those that don't know me, I'll just quickly tell you, I've been in the real estate business for 30 years. Started in 1995 in the great state of Tennessee. Chuck, who's on this webinar, is in Tennessee right now. And really the last 14 years, I've been specializing in the active adult communities. I am a North Carolina native, although I was born in Okinawa. Did attend NC State for many years, but life kind of thrusted me into a career with real estate, and so I haven't looked back since. I started my real estate company, Creekmore Realty Group, brokered by EXP in late 2020, and been a partner agent with 55 places. Been a recipient of the Platinum Club for 7 years, 7 times while I've been with them. And the last 5 years in a row, I've iconed with EXP. I say all that only to really let you know that I have quite a bit of experience, and people that are on my team benefit from that. And then people that are on my team certainly have a huge amount of experience. Also, Cindy is my lovely wife. This is my child here on the corner there. That's Ginger. And loving little dog. My brother and I are working on the Appalachian Trail. I'm Land Dog, that's my trail name, and my brother's Daddy-O. And Cindy and I have 5 grandchildren. So just a little bit about myself. Moving along. Okay, we are in Brunswick County, where my office is here, kind of middle part of the county. I chose to put it in the middle part of the county because we cover really all the way to the South Carolina line and into Wilmington, and actually a little bit north of it. But most of the planned development communities are in Brunswick County. And really, things kind of got started down here in the southern end. Sea Trail was one of the original communities in the southern end. And then as time went on, this big behemoth of a community called St. James. Can you ever see my cursor? I hope you can, as I move it around. Then kind of in the 2009 era, that's when just kind of right when the Great Depression hit, Great Recession hit. That's when Brunswick Forest kind of came to fruition. A little slow because of the Great Recession, but nonetheless, it's now I would call it a semi-behemoth compared to St. James. So I created this map with a color code to help people to understand that if you're looking for an active adult community, there are three ends of the county. There's the Southport end, which people choose this for a particular reason. And I'll go into greater detail as we move forward. And then also this region closer to beaches, surrounded by golf, and then this mid region, the 211 corridor, Southport region, people choose it for a particular reason, and then the Leland area, people choose it for a particular reason, and I'll go into greater detail as we move forward. But all of this to say that I follow kind of in my team, we follow a method called the Martini method of buying real estate. So to show this real quick.
Hey, this is Chris Creekmore, Creekmore Realty Group and eXp Realty at the coast of North Carolina. Wanted to take just a moment to describe to you our methodology and how we help our clients find the right house in the right area. So let's break this down. The glass is the area. The vodka is the community. The olive, that's the house. What we want to make sure we do is we drop the olive in the right glass.
So that's just a quick look at the Martini method. Our goal is a guide to help people learn what area they want to be in. That's the glass. What cocktail tastes right. That's the community. And certainly the olive in the bottom of the glass, that is the home, the condo, the parcel of land, the townhome. So we want to make sure we're focusing on the big picture, because the right house in the wrong area is the wrong house. So that's why our method is as such, and it seems to work. People appreciate the fact that we will help you buy a house, but we want to make sure that house is in the right area, certainly the right community. So that is our method. You can find more about, just go to retire2nc.com, and those are links to all our social media, our YouTube, and there's just a ton of videos on there. So just want to let you know, Brunswick County, 6th largest county in the state of North Carolina. That's where the majority of the planned developments are. When I say a planned development, something to include a pool, and in most cases, more than a pool, be it pickleball courts, be it tennis courts, be it a golf course. Some of them have a beach club as an amenity. Some of them do not. Most actually do not have a beach club. There's only 7 that have a beach club. So we help people with Wilmington. Pender County is kind of up and coming. There's a little bit more communities that are there, but that most of the planned large developments are in Brunswick County. So why are people choosing Brunswick County? Lower property taxes, mild 4 seasons, certainly. In fact, interesting enough, if you take the latitude of Wilmington, dot it out to the west coast, it comes out near Los Angeles. Generally good weather. If you take the latitude of Charleston and dot it out to the west coast, it comes out near Baja, Mexico. So people have found our weather to be 4 seasons and just more agreeable than other states like Florida or Delaware. Colder, so that's why people have found this mid region be very attractive. We've got 80 miles of shoreline. We have barrier islands, so our islands protect our mainland, And these barrier islands are not where the planned developments are. Certainly, we've helped people buy many properties on the islands, but the barrier islands is what people are looking for here at the coast. There's actually, you need to update this. There's way more than 30 communities now. The three epicenters, Charlotte, Leland, Calabash, Calabash, Charlotte, Southport, and Leland. Those are the main epicenter areas. People are looking for the islands that we have, Oak Island, Holden Beach, and so forth. Hospitals. We don't get the large developments like we have here without checking boxes for the people who are moving here, and that is hospital, medical is a big box that has to be checked. The two international airports, one is Myrtle Beach, the other is Wilmington. So depending on what end of the county that you're in. Golf courses. We've got 30 plus golf courses, certainly a big reason that people are choosing to move out here. If you don't know what this is the Intracoastal Waterway. This is a development here. I think that is part of Crow Creek. And this is a beach club. So if I mention a beach club, a community that has a beach club, well, what the heck is that? This is the beach club for Winding River. You don't see in this image, but there's parking to the left, parking to the right, and this particular beach club, which is basically, it's like a big house with no bedrooms in it. And it has a pool that is in between the ocean and the club itself. So that's what that is, a beach club for Winding River. All right, so let's talk numbers. That's part of what this webinar is what can you expect in cost of housing out here? So in Brunswick County at large, homes are averaging 483. And that is at just a very steady uptick from this same quarter last year at only 1.52%. So we are not getting the spikes like we had in COVID. So we're more at a steady, healthy, if you will, growth. Number of properties that have sold, approaching 5,000. This is just in this quarter, the third quarter of 2025, as compared to the same quarter last year. Sales are up almost 8% from the same quarter the year before. So although people scream interest rates here in Brunswick County because it is so attractive for the 55 and plus people that are moving out here, our sales stay steady here. This is good for people who are selling their home, good for people who are buying the home. So we're kind of right in that mid-range between a buyer's market and a seller's market. Technically, we're in a buyer's market, technically. So average sales price, people ask me all the time, are the sellers negotiable? Well, if you look at the sales price versus list price, you're looking at almost 3 percentage points. So yes, in general, sellers are negotiable on the purchase price. Builders, absolutely. Builders are negotiable also in that builders are offering incentives if it's a new construction community. Custom built homes, not so much. Sorry, Chuck. But new construction with kind of planned developments with spec homes, that's where you see more incentives. So average days on market, wow, man, during the pandemic, we were looking at 5 days on market, 15 days on market. Now we're again 75 days on market, which is good for the buyer that just means that we're going to be more negotiable in purchase pricing. So Retire to NC, that's one of my websites. That's with a numeral 2, Retire to NC. You'll see that logo a couple of times. In that, what we do with Creekmore Realty Group, we do help people buy investment property. We do help people buy beach property, but our niche really is the planned active adult communities. So people ask me all the time, what is an active adult community? Doesn't mean that it's age restricted. It just means that it was created with an active adult person in mind. So there are some age restricted communities. Those tend to be the Del Webbs, which I will share more information about those coming in the coming slides. But they are marketed to, these communities are marketed to, especially in the beginning when they were first created, like Crow Creek and Brunswick Forest and St. James. You know, all the marketing dollars went to a particular demographic, be it, you know, New Jersey or New York or Pennsylvania or where have you. And then they were also created with the created with the amenities that people are looking for. So the number one utilized and requested amenity in a community is walking paths. So some of the communities are really big and they got really good walking paths, and some are kind of small and don't have as much walking access. But you got a beach, so you can always walk on the beach. But that is the number one requested feature or amenity in the community. Some have outdoor pools. Almost all of them have, almost all of them have an outdoor pool. And some of them have indoor pools. So as we move through this presentation, one of the things that I encourage you to do is request a one-on-one Zoom with me or somebody on my team, or me and somebody on my team, so that we can get very specific of what you are looking for in a community. Be it pickleball, be it an indoor pool, be it particular fitness classes, particular social clubs that you may be interested in. Some of these communities are very, very planned, and some of them are not as planned. But there's a newcomers club for all 3 corners of the county. So if you're the community, say a community like Sunset Ridge, which doesn't have as many planned communities, you have the Newcomers Club, which is in the southern end. Well, there's several of them, but in the southern end of the county, can get you dialed into a lot of things to do. So yeah, it's actually on a slide moving forward. So Murphy, are you still on here? No, I think they may have dropped off. But anyhow, oh yeah, Scott, you're there. So I updated this. You inspired me to get this done. So this spreadsheet you will be able to find on my website, Retire to NC, that will detail what are the amenities in every community. And if there's a golf course, how many holes are in the golf course? And like Ocean Ridge is semi-private, which means that you can join a membership with certain advantages, or you can pay as public. Compared to St. James over here, which is completely private, you have to have a membership a club membership in order to play. Joe Q Public cannot play that golf course. So this spreadsheet, I'm not going to go into too much detail with it today, right now, but this spreadsheet is available on our website, Retire to NC, if you look for the helpful resources. And in fact, just to give you a quick navigation here on the website, if you go to buyer tools and you go to relocation resources, that's where you'll find additional information about our amenity summary and a worksheet where you can compare different communities. And the helpful resources here are like, where do you get your car tags? Where are the tax offices and those kind of things is what's on that website. Again, the Q box is available to you guys. If you have any questions along the way, feel free to drop them in there. So when people are looking for a planned community, a lot of times the walking trails, yes, that is the #1 requested. But right behind that is, I'm moving from Hoboken, New Jersey. I don't know anybody. So how am I going to make friends? Well, back onto my website, you can find a webinar, past webinar, go to the events tab and go there. You can find a webinar that I hosted in the past, and I had some guest speakers on there that kind of give you an idea of which communities have more planned social connection groups and which ones don't have as much, but what other resources would you have? But this county in general is so geared towards the active adult that there's a ton of resources in how to get connected within the community or outside of the community. So again, the purpose of this webinar is to get you a general understanding of this county and what people are looking for and what ends of the county may be more attractive for one thing or the other. But also to encourage you to reach out to myself or somebody on the team to help answer specific questions. Medical, big box that has to be checked. So here's just a general understanding that Novant is the main hospital in this area, and Novant, anywhere from neurology to dermatology, great medical resources that we have here in Brunswick County. People wouldn't be moving here if that box wasn't checked. So in the north end of the county, Leland is the epicenter on the north end of the county. People are choosing that north end of the county because they want to be close to the Wilmington Riverwalk. They want to be close to the Wilmington Airport, meaning anywhere from 10 minutes to 20 minutes if you live in Leland. They want to be close to the outdoor entertainment, like the North River Park. This is one of the communities that's very attractive, Compass Pointe, which has a lazy river. Some of the communities are really well endowed with amenities, and some really only have a pool. So just give you another navigation point. If you go back onto Creekmore Realty Group or Retire to NC and just click on the Communities tab, then we have it broken down to what communities in certain areas like Wilmington, like Leland, and back to Compass Pointe, what's the general price range, what amenities are in there. So this website is geared to answer a lot of questions. And then certainly links to our various websites, social media. So by the numbers, so Leland and Southport are kind of neck and neck in terms of cost. The Calabash, Charlotte area, you'll see as we get to that slide, a little less cost. So the average selling price in the Leland area is $430. And so I am 61 in just a couple of days. Got to have these things to see anything. So yeah, properties sold, we're healthy. So the property sold up a little over 9% over the same quarter last year. Average days on the market, just a little bit less at 63. And sales price versus list price, not as negotiable, but still negotiable. So you're almost 99% sales price. So one of our websites is nccoastallivinghomes.com, nccoastallivinghomes.com. So, and you can get to that from this website here. But this is actually generated directly from our website. This is just showing you some of the homes that are for sale and the average sale or the sales price for the homes. Great search website, NC Coastal Living Homes. So if you want to look in a particular area, you can do so from that website. So that is, this corner is what I was just talking about. Magnolia Greens, Mallory Creek, Waterford, Compass Point, Brunswick Forest, Del Webb, Mallory. Those are the bigger planned communities in that area. The Bluffs at Cape Fear, also very popular as well. So going into, I think next we'll go into the mid-range of the county. So that is this area right here. So if you live in this shade of green, Southport is your main town. This is the beach club for St. James. So a big open air gazebo, that's the pool. This is on Oak Island. This is showing the golf course at St. James. This is the harbor at Winding River. And this is kind of downtown Southport. So Southport is the kind of town that when your family comes to visit or your friends come to visit, whether you live in the northern end of the county or the southern end of the county, Southport, regardless, is a place that you want to take your family and friends. There's all kinds of great things to do down in Southport. I guess I didn't look at this. So the average cost of homes up in Southport is quite a bit. So your average is almost 520, and your days on the market are creeping down from the Leland area, almost 70 days on market, and a little bit more negotiable in purchase price. So the average sales price, list price versus sales price, is actually down a little bit from the quarter before. But the sold properties, again, very healthy, almost 5% in the number of properties versus the quarter before. So that is this region here. So let me back up a moment. People that choose this region here, they do so because they like things accessible at the tip of their fingertips, be it a CVS, be it more medical services, be it more dining, be it Costco, or what's that? That Joe place that it's a health food market. But anyhow, that's in downtown Wilmington. People who choose this part of the county, they do so because they love Southport, but also it's kind of like being in the center of the palm of your hand. You can get to Southport one direction, or you can go to Charlotte in another direction, or really you can kind of get to Leland as well. More golf courses, and also you've got some bigger communities. Winding River and St. James communities are down in that area. Southport, just a charming town. So moving to the southern region, back down over here, the southern corner of the county, people choose that county because, one, the prices are a little bit lower there. There is, in general, more new construction going on in that area. You have more accessibility to beaches in that area. You're just a mecca. You're in a sea of golf courses. Some you have golf right in your neighborhood or community, and some just around it. So lots of golf courses. So look at that. You know, your average selling price is 356. Big difference from Southport. Big difference from Leland. So that is a big reason people choose that Calabash Charlotte region, is to get into a little bit more comfort zone for a lot of people. Days on market are actually higher here than the other two regions, and that has increased. Look at that, 22% from the same quarter over the last year, and still negotiable. We're almost 98% in sale price versus list price. So that's this region over here. So Charlotte, most people will try to pronounce it like shallot, but it is Charlotte. And Charlotte is a really, really cool town. You've got Home Depot, you've got Lowe's Home Improvement, you've got multiple grocery stores. You got a new Publix grocery store that's coming right over here in this end of the county, right over there. In fact, there's going to be a new Walmart right over there as well. So lots of new stuff that's coming around in that southern region. Before I leave that slide, also up here, there is going to be a new Publix. They're breaking ground on it right now. New Publix there and new Publix right over there. Okay, so new construction communities. So if a lot of times when myself or my team, we're getting to know our clients, one of our first questions is, tell me what we're ultimately looking for other than what's in the community and what's surrounded by the community. Ultimately, what we're looking for is or an answer from our clients. Do we have a preference for new construction, or is something existing okay? If something existing is okay, does it have to be less than 5 years old? Does it have to be less than 10 years old? So these are some of the questions that we're asking, trying to get to know people. So a lot of times people like the bright and shiny, the brand new homes. So where can you get a bright and shiny brand new home? So Toll Brothers only recently came into our area. They're a big national builder, but only recently has Toll Brothers come into our area. So in that section, you are looking at properties. I got a cheat sheet back behind here that you guys can't see, but I can. So Toll Brothers, you're looking at properties that are going to be in the 505 range. So you're starting at 505. Your HOA dues are going to be $660 a year, and great amenities in this community. Clubhouse, pool, tennis, pickleball, playground. So great community. To give you an idea of where that is, that community is going to be right down over here, very close to Ocean Isle Beach. That's where the new Ocean Isle Palms community is. They're selling now. So all these are communities that you can buy right now. Collinwood Cottages, these are Bill Clark, a very popular regional builder, and Debbie. Yes, that's where the mimosa is, in the Collinwood Cottages. And they are selling right now. So Collinwood Cottages, you have about 30 home sites. They've sold about 10 of them now. So there's 20 opportunities in Collinwood. Terrapin. Now, people have asked me, what's the next Brunswick Forest? So Brunswick Forest, massive planned community, shopping right at the entrance, multiple pools, golf course, multiple fitness centers. I mean, it is a really, really well-planned community. The next Brunswick Forest, if you will, is, in my opinion, Terrapin. And Terrapin is going to be right across the street, if you will, from Compass Point. And it's going to have great amenities. Pool won't have an indoor pool, but it have pool, um, uh, fitness center, clubs and clubhouses. So multiple outdoor pools actually. So that's going to be a really, really neat community. That one is just getting started. So right now you can only buy a home from Logan, but soon there will be another section, phase 2, if you will, that will you can purchase land and build with a variety of builders, Atlantic, Kent, Legacy by Bill Clark, and who's our other one? Atlantic, Kent. Sorry, guys, the notes. Logan, also Logan, and Chesapeake is also a builder that may be coming in there. Chesapeake is the developer of the Coastal Club. Coastal Club, that's also a really cool community. Coastal Club is like right here, right there on the South Carolina line. In fact, they will have the future phase of Coastal Club will be in the South Carolina region. So that is a community. In this webinar, it could go on for hours, really. But I'm really just trying to wet your whistle to let you know where things are. Schedule a one-on-one Zoom with myself or a phone call with myself or anybody on my team to learn more about where these communities are. Del Webb Mallory, you can purchase property there right now. Del Webb Mallory is going to be very comparable to Brunswick Forest and St. James in that it has loaded with amenities, indoor pool, outdoor pool, great fitness. But one of the great things about this Mallory Creek, just over 800 home sites that will all share this big clubhouse, which really does give a very, very strong sense of community. Whereas Brunswick Forest, where you've got 30 neighborhoods within 4,500 acres, you still have a strong sense of community within your neighborhood. Whereas this is one big community sharing this one amenity center. It's just a little bit different, but it is loaded with all the amenities. The lakes, people are choosing the lakes for its proximity to downtown Southport. It's Pine Forest right here, real close to downtown Southport. So Trust Builder Group is the builder for those. Now we've got some others listed in the bottom down here. Pinewood, which is Stanley Martin. This is up near Leland. We've got Stanberry Creek, D.R. Horton, which is over near Leland. Osprey Landing, beautiful little community, coastal community in what is called the golf cart zone of Southport, meaning you can ride a golf cart from Osprey Landing into downtown Southport, which if you've not been to Southport, you would really appreciate that once you had seen that. And the Sanctuary, also a Bill Clark community, which is very close to Ocean Isle Beach and Sunset Beach. Okay, getting real close to the end here. Just want to get you an understanding of what's coming. Fox Run is a community very close to Holden Beach. Turtle Bay is Southport. This is intersection here in Southport. That is coming real close to downtown. In fact, Turtle Bay, you could probably ride a golf cart to downtown, be a little bit more creative in your ways to get to it. But definitely, I believe you can get to Southport. Debbie, yes, we will set up a private Zoom. Absolutely, we will do that. Question from Nancy. Yes, I'll set up a private Zoom with you as well. So another community that's coming on the fringe, Riceland. This is a community that's on River Road, very convenient to Southport. So just so you know where that is located like right here on the edge of Mallory Creek, heading down towards Southport or on the fringe of Leland. And then Trestle Ridge is going to be a part of Brunswick Forest. Stanley Martin is the builder. You can customize a home. So they have a set of floor plans that you can pick from and get a semi-custom built home there. Southport Meadows, that's going to be a neat little community, very close to downtown Southport. And again, Terrapin, which is, in my opinion, going to be like the next Brunswick Forest, and great package of amenities. And that will be right on the edge of, right across from Compass Point, which is a mega development in the Leland area, which is, here's Compass Point, and then Terrapin is right there. So big things coming in the future. Mako track, this is going to be, you know, who knows whether or not it'll be 12,000 homes. Just to give you the history, Brunswick Forest, when they first established, this is called a PUD, Planned Urban Development. So when your developer creates their PUD, they just throw everything on the wall that they think they could possibly maximize that land with. Brunswick Forest, their original PUD was 12,000 units. Reality is it's only going to be about somewhere around 5,000 to 6,000. So don't get freaked out by this, you know, almost 12,000. That's just what the developer hopes for. But the reality is it'll probably be half of that. So Del Webb Ocean Isle Beach is actually going to be a part of this Ocean Isle Palms, and it'll be this section right over in here. So it'll be up and coming. It'll be, it's hard to see on this map for you guys, but it's right down in this corner, right over here. So very convenient to Ocean Isle Beach. Another big track that's coming, the Midway track. This is going to be on Highway 211. This is over near Southport, and also Waterway, which was a extension, if you will, of what used to be known as Indigo. Again, don't get freaked out by this, 1,100 units. That may shake out only to be about 600. Timber Farms, this is going to be very close to, show you where that is real quick. That will be like right over here. No, right over here. That's where Timber Farms will be. And then this last one, there's actually more coming, but this is, I'm just letting you know what the future is. Stone Farms is over in the Calabash region. So Ibis Roost. Ibis Roost is going to be an extension of a very, very popular section of Brunswick Forest, where you can buy the land, sit on it, if you will, pick your builder between 7 different builders. The homes are not at arm's length, they're spread out a little bit more, but you can truly customize a home with really great set of builders. Mako Track is also going to be up in the Leland area. So where can you get new construction homes? Again, if that's what you're looking for, set up a private Zoom with myself or somebody on my team. There's lots of places other than what I just ran through on this slide deck. Kingfish Bay, that's down by Calabash. I mean, literally, you can walk to Calabash, downtown Calabash. Where can you buy land? So there are places, if you do want to purchase land and truly customize a home, myself and my team, we're very, very skilled and experienced in that. We can help you to find a parcel where whatever community, whatever, into the county that you choose to be in. And we can help you also choose the builder. So there's several builders that we work with, builders that are true custom builders like Coleman or Haygood. And then we have semi-custom builders like Kent and Trust and Stanley. But our team is very skilled and very experienced working with Alpha to Omega, if you will, in helping you find the land and helping you find the community and helping you find the builder. So we've got a lot of experience with that. So again, what I'm offering is an opportunity to schedule a Zoom. We will follow up with everybody that's been on this presentation, just so you know how to reach us. And if you want to schedule a private Zoom to learn more, get granular before you actually come to visit the area, we would absolutely love an opportunity to do that. And just answer any more questions that you may have. So, ton of information that I kind of slammed at you, in 50 minutes. So thank you for everybody that stayed on that long. So that being said, if you have any questions that you want answered, now's the great time to do that. Throw it into the chat. Thank you for those that have already reached out to say that you want to schedule a private Zoom. I made note of that. Debbie and Nancy will definitely do that. So any questions that anybody may have before we sign off? Again, our website, do we have that on here? Yeah. Our website is nccoastallivinghomes.com and also retire2nc.com. You can see it right down over here. Got tons and tons of information there. The NC Coastal Living Homes, that is your home search site. That is the go-to for searching homes in whatever end of the county you want to look at. You can search by community. You can search by age of home. You can search by size of home and on. You can reach us either Chris at Creekmore Realty Group or info at Creekmore Realty Group. And this is our social media links. You can get to all of these social media links by going on to either of these websites, either retire2nc.com or nccoastallivinghomes.com. So thank you. Thank you for everyone that joined. Reach out to us. We will follow up with a quick little survey, not tonight, but we'll follow up with a quick little survey to whether or not you want to schedule a Zoom with us. Was this helpful, or was there questions that we didn't answer that you would like to have answered in the future? So without any further ado, thank you everyone for joining, and we would love to have an opportunity to see you eyeball to eyeball. Oh, my camera's here and I'm looking at the screen over here. But anyhow, we'd love to see you eyeball to eyeball. And thank you for joining the webinar.